Hi everybody. In the last couple of days there's been a Paul McCartney rarity released on CD for the very first time. This news might have passed some of you by because it's not had much advertisement or fanfare, and you're certainly not going to see it advertised on any of the Paul McCartney social media accounts. And it relates to Paul's 1987 single Once Upon a Long Ago. It was on his All the Best album in the UK, and the single did pretty well over here. Now, the single wasn't even released in America, and neither did it appear on their version of All the Best. So it's kind of always remained in obscurity in America, but over here it was a fairly big single at the time. And with it being the 1980s, there were various remixes. One of these was called the long version, and it ran about 30 seconds longer than the normal single, at about 4 minutes 37 seconds. But then, a week later, there was another 12-inch vinyl released that had what's called the extended edition, which ran to just over 6 minutes, and that is what has been released on CD for the very first time. It had only ever existed on vinyl before. And it appears on this. Now that's what I call 12-inch 80s remixed. And the Now series, for anybody not in the UK who might not be so familiar with this has been running for about 40 odd years. And they've been doing a lot of re-releases lately of original 80s stuff. And this one just came out a couple of days ago. And tucked away as the very last song on the fourth and final CD is Paul McCartney, Once Upon a Long Ago, extended version. And it sounds great. I mean, I already had a copy of this that had been ripped from vinyl. So whose vinyl, I don't know. But it's nice to have a proper official copy of this. And I realise that this is probably completists only who are going to be interested in this. I can't see a casual Paul McCartney fan running out to buy this on the strength of that extended version. But if you're trying to collect Paul McCartney on CD, here's something that you won't already have officially anyway. I'm going to put a link down in the description and the comments to where you can find this if you're interested in buying it. I paid just under £10, and when you consider that it's 4 discs and it's got a lot of major 1980s artists on there and remixes of some of their very famous songs, I think that's a pretty good deal. I'm certainly going to enjoy listening to this over the next few days. So, very pleased to have that. But while I'm here, I thought I would also mention that this isn't the first time that this has happened recently. We're going back to 2019 here, but they did a re-release of Now 4 that originally came out in 1984. This series is still going. They're up to over 100 now. But here on disc 1 track 1 is Paul McCartney No More Lonely Nights special dance mix. And again, that was the first time that had been released on CD. So again, if you're collecting Paul McCartney on CD, you need this if you want to be a completist about it. So again, I'll put a link to that if this is something that's of interest to you. This has come down a lot in price since it first came out, so it's available pretty cheaply. So it does beg the interesting question about if these mixes are appearing here, would they appear on a archive collection if one came out covering those eras? Well, we already know that Paul McCartney doesn't want to put everything onto these archive collections. He's kind of got a limit that he wants to stick to in terms of disc space. So if it's a choice between them not appearing at all or coming out on something like these, then give me these, basically. I would like to have these. But I would love to hear your comments about what other things do you think there might be out there of Paul McCartney's that maybe could get overlooked on an archive edition, but could potentially appear on reissues like these, because there's going to be quite a lot of remixes, especially from the 80s, that could fall under that category. But I just wanted to let you know about that in case that was of interest to you Paul McCartney completists out there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you bought this? If so, what do you think of it? And I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.